Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again, and it's once again time to open up a box from Retro Game Treasure. What's inside this month's box? Let's find out. Retro Game Treasure, if you're not already familiar, is a monthly subscription box service for a flat fee. They will send you some games, between 3 to 5 games to be more specific. Sometimes they'll send you other stuff other than games like accessories or whatnot. Whatever you say, it's cool for them to send you because they have a great checklist system for stuff you want, questionnaire for either certain genres you prefer, or accessories cool, so on and so forth. And I think these guys do an okay job at giving you your money's worth every month. I mean, your opinions might differ, but that's my view on things. And also, with the checklist system, they will almost never give you doubles as long as you're vigilant about updating the stuff you buy outside of what they send you. And without any further ado, let's drop the exposition and open this up, get rid of the packing material, and this box, I noticed, was bulging a little bit, and this definitely explains why. There's only 3 games, but there's also an accessory in here, and that is kind of cool, and I'll be showing you that shortly. But let's just get right into the games, starting off with a little handheld game here. That is, you see that? There you go. It's Justice League for the good old Game Boy Advance. Justice League Injustice for All, to be a little more specific. Alright, moving on, we're going with a Super Famicom game, and that is Dragon Quest V. I mean, here, let me give you some. There's the autofocus kicking in. Alright. What's kind of amusing about this is now, with my Famicom collectioning and whatnot, I've picked up 1 through 5 of Dragon Quest, in the Japanese form. Just, I don't know a lick of Japanese, so I couldn't play any of them, at least not without patching it. And that's something I probably should try out, because I've heard a lot of these games are pretty awesome. And last thing in the games that I'll be showing you is a copy of Rygar for the NES. And I am pretty sure this is not a double. This is one that I do not have. I'm a little sloppy about updating my library, so it's my own damn fault if I get any doubles, but I'm pretty sure this one is not a double. I know I have the Famicom version, but I'm pretty certain that I do not have this. I'm actually excited about this, because this is a pretty neat little action-adventure type game. Basically, there was an arcade game. Instead of porting it exactly, they made a few adjustments and made a more fun game to play on the home version, as I understand. And that is pretty cool. Very excited to play some Rygar. The last thing here, taking up most of this box, is a brand new Sega Genesis 6-button arcade pad. This is one of the new ones from Retrobit, where they've recreated the original Genesis 6-button controllers. And this is just a straight Genesis version, not like any USB ports or anything like that. I got a pocket knife over here. Let me reach over and grab that. Actually, I think I have another pocket knife behind me, but this one's right here. This is a regular, crappy Swiss Army knife. Not even a real Swiss Army knife. It's like a Chinese knockoff. Had it since high school. So that means that knife could probably be older than some of you watching. Opening this up. Hey, you got another unboxing in here. So more unboxing for your viewing pleasure here. Let's get this sucker out. A little tight. Okay. Wow. Looks like this is going to be a pretty nice long cord here. I'm not going to undo the zip tie to look, but yeah, that's got some definite length to it. And that looks pretty good. I mean, let's see if the autofocus will kick in on that. Yep. I think that looks pretty good. That looks really close to the original. Hyperkin did a really decent one, from what I understand. I don't have it. My buddy Dan has one of those. but this feels pretty darn close to the original Genesis 6-button arcade pads. I've got one. You know, they're not that shrunken down size that the like the original like Retrobit controllers and whatnot, little knockoff style ones. The buttons feel great, I'll tell you that now. The D button feels awesome. You know, there's something about the Genesis 6-button arcade pads have this. The real ones had this great D-pad on them, and this one, this feels perfect. The only thing I'll say is this plastic. It's not quite as glossy as the plastic that came on the original Genesis 6-button arcade pads. It's a little more like satiny, which probably is not a bad thing. You don't want your controllers slipping out of your hands if you got like sweaty palms or whatnot. Oh, another thing is the mode button feels a lot sturdier. And you're like, what the hell? Who uses the mode button? Certain games really used it. I know, like, if you're playing, I mean, odd choice, but WWF World Rumble or WWF Raw on the Genesis, the mode button is actually used to select between your tag partners in the Survivor Series and the 6-man tag modes. Other than that, I can't think of too much. Some games, if you hold it down as the game starts up, it'll turn the game controller into a 3-button mode. But I've never really bothered with that. I know certain games I think play a little better in 3-button mode than 6. Heck, what was it? Mortal Kombat 1 on the Genesis, I feel the 3-button mode is actually more fun, even though you're losing a good part of the functionality. But the way the Genesis version was programmed, it feels just fine playing it with a 3-button, in my opinion. That's, you know, the way I first ever played Mortal Kombat, so my opinion might differ from yours. But this is darn cool. Don't know what these retail for, but you know what? I'm pretty pleased to see this. Between this and getting Rygar, I'm very happy with this box. I know Rygar's not like a pricey game or anything like that. And heck, Dragon Quest V, I mean, I'm no Dragon Quest fan, but seeing that and getting it in the collection, that's still pretty cool. One of these days, I will have to download some patches. I might even say screw that and just jump ahead, get myself pre-patch ROMs, hacks, whatever, and try playing some of these games that way, because you know a lot of people absolutely love that Dragon Quest series, and maybe I should check that out. You know. Anyway, there you have it. This is actually the second to last Retro Game Treasure box that I'll be opening, if I'm not mistaken. I think next month's is going to be the last one, if not the month after. Something like that, because I did cancel both this and Video Games Monthly. I'm just looking to do something different with my channel, so I don't want to be just the pickups guy anymore or the unboxing of dumb shit guy. Summing it all up, I've got great ideas for new content, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some of them with you. So we've got a few more of the old style stuff, and then I'm going to be rolling out some new stuff in the near future. Probably by the end of this year, you're going to be seeing a slightly different Joe Goes Retro, at least in the content that I'm putting out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.